Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Drugs on Property. It's that time where we're looking at the last year in review, the full year of 2021, to see what the property market did in Welgevonden estate. Now, it was a busy year. There were 54 transactions concluded during 2021, up from 48 of the previous year. And the average house price was 2,618,000. The prices range from 1,775,000 for a two-bedroom cottage in an older area of a estate that required some work, all the way up to 4.5 million for a house that was modern, offering lots of accommodation, over 300 square meters on a stand that's also over 300 square meters. Now, the gap between the asking and the selling price narrowed slightly to 4.8%, and properties sat on the market for an average of 94 days. Obviously, if they're more expensive, it takes a little longer. If they are on the lower price ranges, then it takes a little less. Now, the average property price during 2021 went up by 11.9% on the average of 2020. If we look at 2021 and 2020 together, we've had a uptick in the Welgevonden property prices of 13.7% in total. We must also keep in mind that during 2018 and 2019 there was a dip in the market, a correction if you will, so prices went down during 2018-19 by 12.8%, and now during the previous 2 years after that it went up again by 13.7%. So that shows that at least that Welgevonden property prices have recovered from that dip that we had in the market, and it's going in the right direction. So what else can we see from the figures? Also, from those 54 units sold, 31 units were in the price range of 2.5 million and under. And if we look at the higher price ranges, there's very little action there. In the price range of 3.5 million up to 4 million, there were only 3 transactions during the whole year, and then that big one of over 4 million. So the growth has been fueled in the lower price ranges. Typically, your price that was at the bottom of the market, in retrospect, we can now say it was end of 2020, but what the house that sold for 1.9 million would have risen to 2.1, 2.2, whereas the house that was around 3 million would not have seen as much growth. So that is the story on the Welgevonden property market. The average prices are up, mostly fueled by the entry-level market, and it is going in the right direction. There's been recovery. Once again, we see the same tendencies. Pretty sells if your property is well maintained. If it's nice and modern and somebody can just move in, it fetches a much better price than a house requiring TLC. So keep up with that maintenance without overcapitalizing. In the rental market, we also saw that it has recovered. During the pandemic, the worst part of it, we've had landlords giving tenants discounts on rental amounts. That's now gone. Rental amounts have returned to normal, even though it didn't shoot up, but everything has normalized in that aspect as well. So it seems that it is good news for Welgevonden estate in general. Please feel free to contact me on my cell number, which will be at the bottom of the screen, or on my email if you want to chat about the market, want a valuation, or if you are considering buying or selling. It's still always important to get the right advice and to have an agent that's got the right technology backup with Matterports and photography, and knows how to optimize the internet marketing if you are going to enter the market, which will always remain competitive in Welgevonden. What does the future hold? This year we are expecting about 2 incremental interest rate hikes, and we have a war in Ukraine, which is going to have an effect on our inflation. So for this year, I think the property prices will remain steady. I don't expect much growth. Traditionally, if you had a year with good growth like last year, the next year is a bit slower. But at least everything seems to be going in the right direction. So until I see you guys again, please go to Facebook and like my Facebook page, Drugs on Property. And until then, happy selling.